This report is from today's CNBC Daily Open, our international markets newsletter. CNBC Daily Open brings investors up to speed on everything they need to know, no matter where they are. Like what you see? You can subscribe here. Wall Street surges. Wall Street ended Thursday higher, with all the major averages notching fresh closing highs. The 30-stock Dow closed more than 250 points up, or 0.7%. The benchmark S&P 500 climbed 0.3%, while the Nasdaq Composite inched up 0.2%. Those gains came after the Federal Reserve reiterated expectations for 3 rate cuts this year. Apple sued over monopoly. The U.S. Justice Department and more than a dozen states filed a landmark antitrust lawsuit against Apple, accusing the tech giant of monopolizing the smartphone market. It alleges the iPhone ecosystem drove its astronomical valuation at the cost of consumers, developers, and rival phone makers. The challenge poses a major risk to Apple's walled garden business model. Vanguard on Fed cuts. Top U.S. asset manager Vanguard says the Fed won't likely cut interest rates this year, contrary to the central bank's forecast. This could have implications for central banks and global markets, said San Raythatha, a senior economist at the firm. Vanguard isn't the only one raising the possibility of no rate cuts in 2024. Mark Okada, CEO of Sycamore Tree Capital Partners, also previously said there's a good chance the Fed won't cut rates this year. Reddit pops in. Debut shares of Reddit popped 48% in its debut on the New York Stock Exchange under the stock ticker RDDT. The social media company priced its IPO at $34 a share, at the top range, a day earlier. The strong demand for the offering reflects investor appetite for new tech stocks after an extended dry spell for IPOs. Bullish on gold. Gold prices are surging to record highs, especially on Fed rate cut expectations for this year. Top hedge fund manager David Neuhauser is predicting the price of gold could reach $2,500 by the end of 2025, and $3,000 by 2030. The USD is weakening, therefore commodities should break out and soon be the best asset class given inflation has risen, he said, picking 3 stocks for investors to play. U.S. business activity appears to show strength amid inflationary pressures. The latest S&P Global Flash U.S. Composite gauge showed manufacturing expanded by the most since mid-2022 as the index ticked higher by 0.3 point to 52.5 in March. The reading points to a solid improvement in the health of the sector and marks the 3rd straight month of expansion. A rating above 50 signals expansion, while anything below the level indicates contraction. The brightest news came from the manufacturing sector, where production is now growing at the fastest rate since May 2022, said Chris Williamson, chief business economist at S&P Global Market Intelligence.